Jason. Yeah. Dude walks himself straight into a cage. Not even dragged. Not even framed. The usual way. Nah. He chooses it. Takes the fall for Rocco. And not in some heroic, clean-cut movie kind of way. It's more like messy loyalty. The kind that makes you go, man, you really didn't think this through, huh? And I get it. I do. Because sometimes when it's family or people you decide are family, you don't run the numbers. You don't sit there like some lawyer calculating risk. You just move. Fast. Reckless. Dumb, maybe. But real. Jason swapping himself in for Rocco after that whole Cullum shooting thing, that wasn't strategy. That was instinct. Pure, raw, ride or die instinct. But here's the thing, nobody says out loud, that kind of loyalty, it don't always save people. Sometimes it just spreads the damage around. So now Jason's in prison. And I've got to pause here for a sec, because prison in this story ain't just bars and guards and whatever. Nah, this place, it feels off, like too quiet in the wrong ways. Like something's being hidden, not just enforced. You ever walk into a place and your gut just goes, nah bro, something ain't right here. Yeah, that. Jason feels it too. You can tell. He ain't new to danger, but this ain't street danger. This is controlled, calculated. Like somebody's watching chess pieces instead of people. And then bam, he sees him, Nathan, or what looks like Nathan. And I swear, if I was Jason in that moment, I'd probably freeze too. Like not even in a dramatic way, just brain short circuits for a second. Because hold up, Nathan's supposed to be out there living life, badge, duty, all that. Not locked up in the same place, not looking like he'd been through years of whatever this is. Jason's first thought makes sense. They got him too. Simple, logical, wrong, but logical. So Jason goes up to him, not subtle either. Dude's not the observe quietly type. He pushes in, starts talking, trying to pull answers out. And you can feel the urgency, right? Because Jason ain't just asking about Nathan. He's asking about Rocco without saying it directly. Like, yo, what happened after? Did Rocco get out? Is he safe? Did all this even work? And here's where things start getting weird. Nathan, this version of Nathan, he don't react the way he should. No recognition. No Jason. What the hell are you doing here? None of that. Instead, he's confused. Like genuinely confused. Like Jason's the one saying crazy stuff. And he says something that kinda just hangs in the air. He's been here a long time. Doesn't even know how long. Now pause. Because this right here, this is where I start getting uncomfortable. Because losing track of time like that ain't normal. Not even in prison. People count days, weeks, years, scratch marks on walls, routines, anything to hold onto reality. But Nathan, he's just blank on it. That ain't just imprisonment. That's something else. Something deeper. Something intentional. And Jason hears that. And you can almost feel his brain trying to reject it. Like, nah, that doesn't line up. It can't line up. So he pushes harder. Tells Nathan everything about Cullum. About Rocco pulling the trigger. About forcing Nathan, the one he knows, to get Rocco out before things got worse. And here's the twist that kind of messes with your head a bit. This Nathan, he listens like it's the first time he's hearing his own life. And that's when it hits. Not all at once. More like slow, creeping, ugly realization. This ain't the same Nathan. And I'm not talking personality shift or trauma change or whatever excuse people usually use. Nah, this is deeper than that. This Nathan starts connecting dots. His dots, not Jason's. He remembers being locked up, remembers never leaving, remembers being kept, not protected, not processed, kept. And then comes the part that honestly feels straight up wrong on a level I can't even joke about. Someone saved him once, didn't free him, just kept him alive. And look, I gotta stop here again, because this part This is where the story stops being just drama and starts leaning into something darker. Because saving someone ain't always a good thing. Yeah, I said it. We grow up thinking being saved equals good ending. Nah, not always. Sometimes people keep you alive, not for you, but for what you can be used for. And that's exactly what this feels like. Nathan realizes slowly, painfully, that whoever saved him didn't do it out of kindness. They needed him. Needed his face, his identity, his existence for something. And then Jason drops the final piece without even realizing he's doing it. He describes the Nathan he knows, the one outside, the one living, working, interacting with everyone. And the real Nathan, this one in front of him, he understands. There's another him walking around being him. Yeah, let that sit for a second. A clone, and not even a perfect one, which somehow makes it worse. Because if it was perfect, you could almost pretend it's just sci-fi nonsense. But no, this one has flaws, small errors, things that don't quite line up, which means whoever made him, they weren't just copying, they were experimenting. And now I'm sitting here thinking, like, how many people noticed? Did anyone feel like something was off with Nathan and just brushed it off? Because we do that, right? In real life too. Someone changes, acts different, slips up, and we go, they're just stressed or they've been through a lot. We explain it away because the truth is too uncomfortable. But what if sometimes the truth is exactly that uncomfortable? Jason's reaction though, man, that hits different. Because now everything he did, taking the fall, trusting the system, trusting people, it all starts to feel shaky. Like he stepped into a game where the rules were already rigged. He thought he was protecting Rocco. But now, he don't even know who's real anymore. And this is where I gotta get a little real, like, outside the story for a sec. There's a lesson buried in all this chaos. Not a clean one. Not something you slap on a motivational poster. It's more like, be careful who you trust with your reality. Because Jason trusted what he saw. Trusted that Nathan was Nathan. Trusted that actions had clear consequences. But the world he stepped into, it don't play like that. And yeah, I know, this is extreme clones, secret prisons, all that. But strip it down and it's actually kind of familiar. People get replaced all the time. Not physically, but emotionally, mentally, they become someone else. And we just keep calling them by the same name. And we don't question it enough. Back to the prison though. Now you got two truths existing at once. The Nathan outside, living, functioning, slightly off maybe. The real Nathan, locked away, forgotten, used. And Jason, he's stuck in the middle of it. Literally trapped in the same place as the truth. And I can't help but think, was that an accident? Or was he meant to find out? Because if someone's running experiments like this, you really think they don't plan for variables? Jason ain't just some random guy. He's connected. He's observant. He's stubborn as hell. Putting him in the same place as the original Nathan, that's either a massive mistake or part of the design. And now I'm spiraling a bit, not gonna lie. Because what if the goal isn't just to replace people? What if it's to see who notices? Who breaks? Who adapts? Jason ain't the type to sit still with this. You already know that. But here's the problem. Knowing the truth don't mean you can do anything about it. Especially not in a place built to keep truth buried. And that's another thing people don't like to admit. Truth isn't always powerful. Sometimes it just hurts. Sometimes it just traps you in a different way. Nathan, real Nathan, he's been living with that truth without even having the full picture. Imagine that. Knowing something's wrong, knowing you're stuck, but not knowing why. That kind of uncertainty. It eats at you slowly, quietly. And then one day someone walks in, Jason, and suddenly everything clicks. And it's worse. Because now you know. So yeah, I keep coming back to this one thought. Being saved isn't always salvation. Sometimes it's just the beginning of a different kind of prison. And Jason, he thought he was sacrificing himself for someone else. Turns out he might have just walked straight into the place where all the lies end. Or maybe where they begin. I do not. This whole thing, it don't sit right. And I got a feeling it's only going to get uglier from here.